Found Kaleb here. He knows a little something about this new ArrowTube. This is an interesting thing. Not easy to do, I'll bet.
No, not easy at all.
Kaleb, tell me about it.
Here at National Farm Machinery Show, where we have our ArrowTube stand, this is a new seed tube from Precision Planting that's doing seed orientation at high speeds. So the reason seed orientation matters for corn is down at the bottom of the root, you're always going to have your radicle root coming out, right? Your embryo in the middle of the corn seed is always going to create your coleoptile, which becomes the corn plant. That always wants to go up. If you're upside down, then your radicle root's going to have to do a 180 and go down. Coleoptile is going to have to do a 180 and go up. So we can get that corn plant facing up or facing tip down, then we can make sure to have more uniform emergence and faster emergence in the field. It's a standard V-set and V-drive meter. We just got to change one cover plate so that this all clicks into place. We're pulling straight off the meter. We've got this acceleration wheel here. So this acceleration wheel is spinning really fast and pushing that seed up against the inside of this casing here. And as it does that, it orients it tip forward and shoots it down this helical seed tube. This helical seed tube keeps that seed along the outside on a track, and it's like a water slide so that we don't lose orientation. Once we get down to the furrow, we're cutting a sub furrow with this knife right here. And that's going to be about 1/4 inch deep so that once we exit the seed tube, that seed can stick the landing and it doesn't lose its orientation, so it doesn't roll once it hits. We also developed this new 3-laser seed sensor. That 3-laser sensor, since it has 3 of them, we can actually tell the orientation of the seed, and we're going to pump that back to you in the 2020.
It's 2026, guys. What have we come to? This is pretty cool technology. How many years has this been in the works?
Years and years. We've been doing hand planting at the PTI Farm of studying orientation and working on this project for 4 or 5 years now. So it's been a lot of work. It's been a long time coming.
So you didn't just assume that this was a good idea and go after it mechanically, or
no?
It's like, let's test it. Let's see if the corn actually responds, or how it orientates, how it grows, all that stuff. And then obviously you got to figure out how to make it happen.
We've got a lot of data to show that this works. So we've tried a bunch of different varieties, all different seed shapes and sizes, and across that, the average of orientation success was about 87%.
Wow.
So your medium flats are going to be the easiest to orient, and those are going to be a little better than the 87% number, and your medium round or your large rounds are going to be the hardest. They're going to be a little lower, but overall, awesome success in being able to get that seed tipped down into the furrow.
Now you got some images here for us to see, maybe perhaps the testing you've done, and then also what the camera sees.
This is a high-speed camera, so this is just a video right now. We can go ahead and turn it on. But this is what the seeds are looking like coming straight out of the tube. You can see the high-speed camera right here. We can go all the way up to 10 miles an hour. This is still a video, but
that's still a video.
What it looks like. This is planting at about 5 miles an hour.
What's the reason for the twisted tube?
So we want to make sure to keep that seed oriented. So we're orienting it up at the meter, right? Right off the seed tube. We want to make sure to keep that orientation as we come down. So we're shooting it out of that orientation device up top. We want to keep it tipped down the entire way down. So it's actually like a slip and slide or a water slide, and it's up against 2 walls. And as that seed comes down, making sure that it's not going to roll or bounce around, and that it's staying tipped down all the way down to the furrow.
This is on a spring assembly. Why is it got some suspension on that bottom spoot, let's call it, or firming point?
So since it's ground engaging, right, we've got this knife, which is super easy to change out, right? This is how it's going to change. So we just twist this, and this can come off. But since it's ground engaging, we have to make sure that we are, one, keeping contact with the bottom of the furrow, and that we're not going to screw anything with the seed tube up. So they developed this spring, this shank adapter, and this tube is actually made out of a super flexible nylon plastic. And so it's end up here, up towards the meter, so that we're not bouncing into the meter and screwing up the meter. So the tube actually bends to make sure that we can pull out of the ground if we hit rocks or something in the field. It can pull over that, and we're not going to destroy anything as we are using it.
Because obviously through testing, you probably noticed, when we smoke a rock or something, it's gonna cause a disruption.
We have to have some kind of a relief there to make sure that we can get over that rock without destroying anything.
What would be the wear points on this, or the replacement items for guys as they get acres on this thing.
Like I said, since it's ground engaging, you're gonna have this knife here. But like I said, it's super easy to just take on and off. The inside of the tube here actually comes out, so this tube will pop apart, and that slide that I was talking about will obviously wear out at some point. You can replace that, and then just like speed tube, we've got the feeder wheels up top that will have some wear as well, and those are all replaceable parts.
Do you not anticipate this flexible tube here needing to be replaced very often or ever? Or?
Well, we're in beta, and so we're going to find that out this year. So we've got a number of units in the field right now. Actually, in southern Texas, they're already planting corn with this, and so this year we're trying to figure out what are the improvements that need to be made, what do we need to fix, and before we launch it.
What has been the feedback so far as guys have seen this? What's been the interest level? What are you thinking?
At the show, it's been tremendous. I mean, this is something that people have been trying to do for a very long time. And the fact that we have finally figured it out, right? We're really excited about it because we've been working on it for so long. But I think farmers are really excited that they finally have this option. They've been hearing for years that seed orientation is important and something that we need to be looking at. And now we can finally do it, and we can do it at speed.
Precision has always impressed us over the years, ever since I've been involved in agriculture around planters. It's like they're always coming out with the next best thing, or something that seems like almost impossible to solve or to pursue, maybe cost-wise. And you know what? I think it's always been neck and neck with deer. Deer is often like, oh, you got the speed tube, they got the exact emerge, you know? But I haven't seen deer come out with anything or operate anything simultaneously, so maybe you got a little head start on this one.
Yeah, I think that we're the first to market with any kind of seed orientation device, especially one that you can use at speed at 10 miles an hour.
Nice. Well done.
Thanks.
Like and subscribe for new videos each week, including the latest tips and tricks, new products, and various adventures. Also, shop online at ready.ag for your performance air seeder solutions, planter parts, and more.